Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. I'm filming in like this front corner of this room. If you guys are not caught up, we recently moved back in with Harris's parents, my in-laws, and I'm still trying to figure out filming and lighting in the room that we're staying in. I have all the windows open right now and I feel like it does not even look that bright. So please excuse the lighting in today's video if it is not the best. But today's video I'm going to start now. I might have to take a brief pause in filming. I'm not really sure when little Lily is going to wake up from her nap, but I figured I would try and get the majority of this video filmed while she's still down. Also, if you can hear the landscapers outside, one of our neighbors around here has their landscapers there and I cannot control that, so please excuse any background noise that you might hear. But today's video I am excited / nervous to film. As you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a chatty and raw postpartum update at 6 months postpartum with Lily. However, it's going to be like an all-over postpartum update now, having had 2 pregnancies, a twin pregnancy back in 2019 into 2020 and a singleton pregnancy this past year. And I just want to be very vulnerable, share with you guys what my body is looking like, and share with you guys some new clothes that I got in, because we're actually taking our first family vacation in just like 2.5 very short weeks. We're going down to Clearwater, Florida with all of his like sister, his brother-in-law, and all of his brother-in-law's family. We're doing like a big group family trip and I'm very excited for that. But I am nervous because I'm not all that happy with my body right now. It's not that I'm not happy, I'm just still trying to figure out how to dress my body in a way that I feel confident and like comfortable in. So Shein's having their huge holiday sale right now. I went ahead and actually picked up a bunch of like summery sundresses, since I feel like that's what would be the most flattering on my body, because as you'll see in a minute, my trouble area and the area that I'm just like really not confident with is of course my tummy area, now having had 2 pregnancies and 3 kids. So I wanted to get in some summer sundresses that I could wear while we're on this family vacation, because Florida, even though it is not hot summer Florida, it is still a lot warmer down there than it is up here, and I don't have any shorts that I fit in as of right now. So I wanted to get some dresses. I feel like that was going to be the most versatile thing and what I'm the most comfortable in. So today's video is sponsored by Shein. Thank you to Shein for sponsoring today's video. After I go through my body and everything and give you guys kind of a postpartum update, I will go through the clothes. I will of course have live links and product names in the description box down below. I will also have a code that you guys can enter on Shein, and that will unlock all of the holiday like sale items. It'll bring everything up for you guys, whatever is going to be on sale for their big holiday sale. And then of course I will have a coupon code that you guys can also enter and get up to like 90% off, which I think is insane. Shein already has such amazing prices to begin with, such affordable items, that shopping with this code and my coupon code, saving up to 90%, is just insane. I highly recommend checking out everything that I'll have listed in the description box. But we're gonna get into the Shein portion of today's video in the latter half of today's video, but I did want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Shein. So now that that's out of the way, let's give a rundown and an update on my body. We're gonna take it way back. I'm going to be inserting a lot of pictures to kind of paint the picture for you guys of what my body looked like pre-pregnancy with the boys, pregnancy with the boys, early postpartum days, and then of course I was 4 years, just about 4 years postpartum when I got pregnant with Lily. So I'll give you guys kind of like the whole rundown and show you guys what my body looked like over the years being postpartum with the boys and getting up to 4 years postpartum. And then of course pregnancy with Lily, and then I'll show you guys a raw reaction, like a raw shot of what my body looks like now. It's probably not the best time to be filming this because I am on my cycle, so I am just a little bit more bloated than normal, but like I said, I wanted this to be like a very raw, vulnerable video with you guys and just share like the reality of what a lot of women face being postpartum, and that is just our bodies being so different than what they were pre-pregnancy. Now there are a lot of people whose bodies don't go through the changes that other women go through. Like my friend Catherine, she did not get a single stretch mark on her tummy at all. You could honestly not even tell that she had kids, but that was her experience, and she struggled with other things aside from stretch marks. So this is subjective to my own experience, but I know that there probably are a lot of women out there with similar experiences. So let's throw it way back to my college days. I got pregnant when I was I think about to be a senior in college. It was 2019. And if you guys remember, if you've been here since the very beginning when Harris and I first lived here and I filmed here, I did a video about gaining the freshman 15 that honestly took me until probably sometime in my sophomore year of college to lose. And once I hit that point, to be 100% honest, I think I developed a little bit of an eating disorder, and I really restricted myself in a lot of ways. I stopped eating campus food, and with that, I really limited my calorie intake. I definitely was eating in a calorie deficit, and it wasn't something that I really needed to be eating in. But I got to a point where I was at my skinniest and my thinnest, and that was right before I got pregnant with the boys. I am 5'7" 3/4", so almost 5'8". I am a tall girl. And when I got pregnant with the boys, I was 124-ish pounds, which is definitely on the thin and light side for being as tall as I am. I will put some pictures in here, but at the time I did not think that I was as thin as I was. Looking back now, I can clearly see that I was extremely thin. But back then I definitely struggled with my body image, having had gained a bunch of weight and not realizing, and then trying to get that weight off. I definitely took off a little bit more than I should have. I was very insecure in my body. I would constantly ask Harris if I looked fat. I definitely had eating disorder thoughts, disordered eating patterns, and like I said, I just got very, very thin. So when I got pregnant with the boys, I was 124 pounds. Throughout that pregnancy, obviously it was a twin pregnancy, I knew I was going to gain a lot of weight, and honestly, being pregnant cured a lot of my body dysmorphia and my thoughts about my body. I honestly wasn't very nervous at all to gain weight, and all throughout my pregnancy I reminded myself a lot that I was carrying twins. I had to gain a lot of weight, but I always felt that I didn't look terrible for carrying twins. But with being as thin as I was when I got pregnant with the boys, and obviously growing 2 babies and just putting on weight normally in a pregnancy, I'm sure I would have probably gotten stretch marks if I had a singleton pregnancy the first time around, because stretch marks are genetic and my mom got them when she was pregnant. So I definitely probably would have gotten stretch marks no matter what, but growing 2 babies and my belly did get quite large, I of course got a lot of stretch marks with my pregnancy with the boys. I did gain a total 50 pounds, which honestly is pretty good for a twin pregnancy. A singleton pregnancy, I think they recommend 25 to 30 pounds. I think my doctor told me for my twin pregnancy, 50 pounds was within the normal range. Obviously I was carrying 2 babies. I was going to gain a lot of weight, but like I said, I did get a lot of stretch marks. I didn't start getting stretch marks until I was 32 weeks pregnant with them, and I had to learn to live with my new body and accept my new body. And quite honestly, where I am now at 6 months postpartum and how I feel about my body, 6 months postpartum with the boys, I actually felt really good, because I would just reiterate and tell myself I look really good for having had twins. That was my thought process and what I told myself, and honestly I did look really good. I wound up losing a lot of the weight very early on, obviously having had 2 babies. My body kind of never went back to where it was. It never went back to the 124 pounds. That just wasn't going to happen, because like I said, I was in a disordered eating pattern then. So realistically, once I lost the baby weight, I was never going to go back down to my pre-pregnancy weight, and I knew that, because while I was pregnant with the boys, that's when I came to the realization that I definitely had an eating disorder and was so extremely thin. But I did get back down to my baseline all throughout high school and playing sports and everything. I was around 135 pounds, which is pretty normal for my height and my build. So I had gotten down to that 135 pound range when I went down to Miami, and the boys were just about 2 years old. So I was just about 2 years postpartum. That was the thinnest I had been in my postpartum journey with the boys. I believe I was within that 135 pound range. I definitely looked very lean. My stretch marks early on, I did things to help to help them fade and heal. I like exfoliated them with a pumice stone. I obviously used like bio oil and scar oil, and my stretch marks, they honestly were never something that I was really bothered with postpartum. Even now, my stretch marks are not what I am insecure about at all. And even now, when I was pregnant with Lily, I only got like 3 or 4 new ones. So they're definitely not bad. The thing that then and now that I still struggle with is the loose skin and my belly button and my diastasis recti. I was never formally diagnosed with this until I think I got pregnant with Lily. Like within the first few weeks and the first few doctor's appointments, my doctor told me like, yeah, you definitely have had diastasis and we just never diagnosed you for it. I also have an umbilical hernia, so my belly button is herniated. And with that, obviously, like if you guys are unfamiliar, you can definitely Google diastasis recti, but mine is the type that it is, my abs are separated around my belly button. So my belly button is in this area here and my abs are separated like this, which is what's causing the umbilical hernia. But with that and not having your abs correctly placed where they're supposed to be, you have a lot of loose skin. You can have like that mom pouch, which is something that I'm definitely struggling with now. But even with all this being said, when I was 2 months postpartum with the boys, I was the thinnest I was in my postpartum journey, and I was the leanest I was in my postpartum journey. And honestly, I felt like I looked really good. I'll throw some images up here for you guys to see. But if I didn't have like the stretch marks and the loose skin from my belly button piercing, and the umbilical hernia, you probably couldn't tell that I was ever pregnant. The stretch marks, like I said, pretty much lightened and faded to a point where they weren't really noticeable. But at that point in time, I felt really good about my body. And then I slowly started to put some more weight back on, which is totally normal at the age that I'm at now. I'm 26, turning 27 now. It's normal for your body to go through like a second puberty as a girl where you just, like your body just changes. Obviously, when I got pregnant with the boys, I was in my early 20s. Then I went through that postpartum period with the boys entering into like my mid 20s. Your body just changes as a woman in your 20s and you lose that like prepubescent teen body, if that makes any sense. And even like your teen body. So things were just like moving into places that is quote unquote somewhat normal for being in your 20s. So I did start to gain some of the weight back. I think when I got pregnant with Lily, I was about 144 pounds. So obviously 20 pounds up from my pre-pregnancy weight with the boys, 10 pounds up from like the lowest I was in my postpartum journey with the boys. And then I got pregnant again. So even at my start with my pregnancy with Lily, I was higher than baseline, obviously higher than when I was pregnant or got pregnant with the boys, but I overall wasn't unhappy with my body. It's not like I gained a bunch of weight and then got pregnant and thought to myself like, oh my God, I'm gonna have so much work to do postpartum with her. I didn't really feel that way. But again, I went through another pregnancy. This time it was a singleton pregnancy. However, I already had those like pre-existing issues of the diastasis recti, the pre-existing stretch marks, the pre-existing umbilical hernia. All of those things definitely played a factor in my pregnancy with Lily, and they seem to have gotten worse. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot more stretch marks in my pregnancy with Lily. I got 4 new ones that I could see clearly. All my stretch marks with the boys are concentrated around my belly button because my belly grew outward pretty quickly with the boys, and that's where my trouble area was. With Lily, I got 4 new stretch marks lower down, and they're going in like the opposite direction as my ones that I had from the boys. But like I said, my stretch marks are something that never bothered me. Even when I got more with Lily, they've just never been something that has been like a point of contention in my postpartum journey. With Lily, I did gain another 50 pounds, so definitely more than what they recommend for a singleton pregnancy. But I did wind up dropping a lot of that weight pretty early on because Lily was a very big baby. She was almost 9 pounds. So with my singleton pregnancy, I almost had collectively the same amount of baby in me than with my twin pregnancy. Lily was just a very big girl. So obviously that played a factor in how my stomach grew and stretched. And I think after I gave birth to Lily and when I was maybe like 3 months postpartum, I dropped down to like the 150 range, and I feel like I have been stagnantly in the 150 range. I don't have a scale, so I don't know exactly how much I weigh, but I know I'm somewhere in the 150 range because that's where I was like a few months ago. So that's a little bit of backstory about like how my body has fluctuated throughout the years. And now I'm 6 months postpartum with Lily. And like I said, having those pre-existing issues of like the diastasis, the umbilical hernia, and the stretch marks going into my pregnancy with Lily, a lot of those things were exacerbated in my pregnancy with Lily. And now where I'm at 6 months postpartum, I'm not like upset with my weight. I still know that I obviously have a lot of time to lose weight. I was, like I said, my leanest and thinnest 2 years postpartum with the boys. So that's a lot of time to heal if I was to kind of put myself on the same trajectory and in 2 years want to be like comfortable in my body. But the weight isn't something that I'm necessarily the most insecure about. It's just my tummy area. I can definitely tell, like I said, my diastasis recti has gotten significantly worse, at least I think. I haven't really talked to my doctor about it and got like a solid diagnosis on it and had him like report if it's any worse or better. But that and my umbilical hernia, I can tell are worse just from like how I feel physically and obviously what I see in the mirror and what I look like. And the loose skin, like I said, I didn't get too many more stretch marks from Lily, but I feel like the stretch marks that I had with the boys definitely stretched out while I was pregnant with Lily. And so I feel like in my tummy area, I just have a lot more loose skin. Like I said in my last vlog, my Thanksgiving vlog, my jeans, like I can button them, but they're very uncomfortable because of all the loose skin that I have. And of course, the little bit of weight. I think as of now, I'm like 8-ish pounds up still. Like I said, I was 144 pounds before I got pregnant with Lily. So if I'm basing everything off of like pre-pregnancy with Lily, if I wanted to get down to that 140-ish pounds, 145 pound range, I have 8 or so pounds to lose to get to that. But like I said, I'm not really focused on the number that I see on the scale. And it's not like I have a set weight that I want to achieve in the next few months to a year. It's really, I want to just get back to a place where I feel okay with my body because like I said, postpartum with the boys, I felt pretty confident and comfortable with my body. This time around with Lily, I definitely just feel a little bit more insecure because I feel like, okay, I have had 2 pregnancies, I have 3 kids. This is what my tummy is going to look like until I do something to change it. I definitely want to get the diastasis recti surgery in the future. My doctor doesn't recommend doing anything until 1 year postpartum at the very least. Medically, I definitely need to get my herniated belly button resolved. That will definitely fix a lot of the issues that I feel in my core and what I can physically see. And then just like losing weight and toning. Those are just things that I'm gonna have to do, which I've said since the beginning, since having Lily, I'm giving my body grace, and I have, and I'm very happy that I have been doing that. I don't feel like I've put crazy pressures on myself to get back to a pre-pregnancy period, or to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, or to get back to what I looked like before getting pregnant with Lily. Obviously, I know I'll never get back to what I looked like pre-pregnancy with the boys. That's just never going to happen. But I haven't put this pressure on myself to get back to what I looked like 2 years postpartum with the boys, which to me again was the leanest and thinnest I was in my postpartum journey. I'm happy that I've been giving myself grace, but now that I'm 6 months postpartum with Lily, there are definitely things that I'm seeing kind of settle and that I now want to work on, and that's, I feel like, are trouble areas for me. If all of this is making sense, I feel like I'm rambling because it is very vulnerable to share these things online and share your body with a bunch of strangers and open yourself up to judgment. But like I said, I know that there are some women out there that can definitely relate with this. So with all the rambling set aside and me having set the scene and laid the foundation for what I'm about to show you, I want to show you guys what my body looks like 6 months postpartum with my singleton pregnancy, but overall what my body is looking like after having 2 pregnancies, 1 twin pregnancy, 1 singleton pregnancy, and where I'm at now at 26 years old as a mother of 3. I'll show you guys this quickly, and then I will run through the items that I picked up to go on this vacation with my family and hopefully feel confident and comfortable in. It's definitely so different having had kids in my young 20s and still being in my 20s. There are things that like I see other people in their 20s wearing and wanting to wear myself, but I'm now learning or having to learn to dress my mom body and to find ways to tweak like fads and things that are like in style and in trend to my postpartum body so that I can feel confident and comfortable. So I guess we'll pull the camera down and I will show you guys what my body is looking like. I mentioned in my Thanksgiving vlog that like my butt is bigger and my boobs are smaller, so like proportion wise my body is just different. Even in this postpartum period, I did breastfeed Lily for a very short period of time, just like I did with the boys, so obviously that is going to affect the volume of my boobs. My boobs are, again, not anything that I am self-conscious about or I want to change. I don't feel like I need a boob job or a boob lift or anything like that. If I was to ever do anything surgically to tweak my body, it would be the diastasis recti surgery and the umbilical hernia like repairing surgery. I don't think I would necessarily ever go under the knife to get a tummy tuck, like a tummy tuck. I would never go in just for that because that freaks me out. But a lot of the times when doctors do perform the diastasis recti surgery and an umbilical hernia surgery, you can lump in a tummy tuck with that and they will just do it all in like one fell swoop. So I would never go in just for a tummy tuck. It would be done if I was also repairing the other things medically that are wrong with my body and need to be repaired. However, I don't understand. Diastasis recti surgery is not considered medically necessary. It's still considered a cosmetic procedure, and because of that, insurances do not cover that surgery. Even though when you have diastasis recti, it affects a lot more than just your physical appearance. It affects your back so much because your core muscles are not engaging properly. So I wish that that was something that would change and that would switch from being cosmetic to something medically necessary, because I know a lot of women out there who develop diastasis recti from pregnancies and want it repaired, obviously for the cosmetic reasons, but also for the physical reasons and the physical changes it has on your body. I definitely wish that that would change so that all the moms out there who are dealing with diastasis recti could get their surgeries that they need. But this is what I am looking like. Obviously, if I had high-waisted pants on, it does cover a lot of it. Like I said, it's not really a weight issue that I feel super self-conscious about. I do, like I said, still have 8 to 10 pounds on now than when I was pre-pregnancy with Lily. But it's not that I really want to lose weight to feel more comfortable. It's my tummy area, the loose skin, and all of that. So if I pull my sweater up, you can see, obviously I have a little bit more weight here and here, but when you're pregnant, your ribs and everything move and stretch to fit the baby. So I still need my ribs to continue to close and go back into their proper place. I think that definitely will take time and into like the 1 year postpartum period for me. But you can see this like divot and like depth to my belly button here. This is the diastasis recti of my stomach, where my ab muscles are not engaging and like in the right position to flex and close up. If I stretch up like this, you can see how my belly button pokes out. That is the umbilical hernia, where my umbilical stump and belly button are being pushed through that diastasis recti that I have. I still have a little bit of linea nigra, but as you guys can see, my stretch marks are not all that noticeable. Obviously, if I got like up into the camera, you guys can obviously see the discoloration of the stretch marks. I don't know if you guys can see the few that I got from Lily. I got like 4 going up in this region down here, but all my stretch marks from the boys are up here. This loose skin above my belly button, that's just loose skin from my stomach stretching. But this area up here, it's like this isn't even fat, it's just loose skin. And because my abs, I'll show you guys like flexed, my abs can't fully close, that I have this like outpour of abdomen up here, if that makes sense. But as you guys can see, everything is still squishy and loose. And this is what my body looks like at 6 months postpartum with Lily, but overall postpartum, having had 2 pregnancies and 3 kids. So my issue here is, of course, finding clothes that fit my stomach, make me feel comfortable and confident of my stomach. That is what I'm hoping to achieve with the dresses that I picked up from Shein, so that I can wear them on my trip, feel comfortable and confident in them, be able to walk around with my family and enjoy my vacation without harping and thinking about, oh my God, does my belly look bloated? Oh my God, do I look like I have a mom pouch, a mom belly, all that kind of stuff. So let's go through the dresses first. And then I did pick up a few accessories. I also picked up a flannel. I always grab either a sweater or a flannel whenever I'm shopping a Shein sale, because I love their sweaters and flannels. You cannot go wrong with them. This flannel is by the DAZY line, and I think this is my third flannel, excuse me, by the DAZY line. Here's another one that I have. I absolutely love the DAZY line for their sweaters and flannels. So this one's like a blue and brown colorway. It's a little bit on the lighter side, but I like a good combination of like thicker and lighter flannels depending on the weather that day. And I did get this in a size large so that it would be oversized. I always get my sweaters and flannels a size up on Shein because I like that like oversized. This sweater is by Shein as well. I like that oversized look. I am so out of breath from like sharing my belly because that was a lot. I'm definitely gonna look back editing this and be like, oh my God. But that's what I'm here for, to be honest with you guys today. Okay, moving on to sweaters. I got, not sweaters, dresses. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 dresses for our little trip to Florida. The first one here, I'm not gonna show these on my body because I'm planning on vlogging our trip to Florida, so you guys will see this stuff in action when I do that, but I will put up product images here on the screen for you guys. This is the one that I'm most excited for. I've come to the conclusion that shapewear is just going to be my friend from here on out in my life. There is nothing to be ashamed of and nothing wrong with wearing a Spanx or a piece of shapewear that is going to just help you feel more contained. With the whole Diastasis recti thing, you just always feel like your insides are falling out of your body. So shapewear helps me feel secure, if that makes sense. But it also helps me look better and hide those areas that I'm most insecure about. So with this dress, I definitely plan on wearing a little piece of shapewear with it so that I can feel my best in it. But I am most excited about this one. I have tried all of these on already, so I know what they look like on my body, but I don't feel like getting undressed and redressed and sharing it with you guys again. So if you want to see this stuff in action, stay tuned for my vacation vlog. But this one's cream. It has this little like ruching area in the midsection, has that like milk fade style tie in the front, adjustable straps, midi to maxi length, and it's a really pretty light like linen material and a really nice cream color. The next dress that I'm very excited for, this is in a nice army green, which is my favorite color. It is nice and flowy over the midsection. It has the like baby doll kind of cut where it cuts right under the bust and then flows out. That I know is very flattering on my body, and I do like that kind of cut. And it has a cute little cap sleeve. My arms are something that I'm a little bit more self-conscious this time around, but I think that that's just like the 8 to 10 pounds that I'm holding on. So as I continue to lose weight, my arms will thin out. But I do like the little cap sleeve. I like the cut that's right under the bust. And again, it's like an in-between midi maxi length and flowy. That is what I'm finding to be the most flattering on my new mom bod. So that is what I shopped for, so that I could wear clothes that I feel comfortable in. This one I was so excited for, and I'm determined to make it work. It fits. It is very flattering on the tummy. It is a little spaghetti strap, like triangle front. It has a cutout here in the front. Again, midi maxi length, super flowy, super lightweight. I love all of that. The only problem area for me being a postpartum and a mom, with my boobs being a little less voluminous than they have been in the past, they look a little funny in these little triangles, and the triangles are a little, just a hair too small for me to feel comfortable wearing. Like if I went on a vacation with my friend Casey, I would wear this and would be completely fine, but it being a family vacation, I feel like the triangle is a little bit too tiny on me. So I need to wear like a little bralette under this or something, and then I think it would be really cute, or as a cover up. I plan on wearing this one as a cover up with a bathing suit underneath it to help just maximize the coverage. If I had like a bathing suit on my top and then this over it, I think that would be perfectly fine for a family vacation. So that is what I plan on using this one as, a cover up. But again, midi maxi length, nice and flowy, shopping for my body in mind. Obviously there were dresses on the Shein website that I see and I'm like, oh my god, that would be so cute. But if it's like too tight, too form-fitting, certain cuts I already know are not going to look good on my body because of how everything has settled and is sitting postpartum. This one is one that I really want to work. We'll have to see if I'm able to get it to work. You're not really going to be able to tell what it is, me holding it up. But like I said, I'll put the product images here on the screen. It has the cap sleeves, which I really like. It's short sleeve, but it has this tie in the front and then this piece of fabric that goes down over the midsection of my body and of my belly, which would hide my hideous belly button and my loose skin that I have above my belly button. But the cutout goes like all the way down to here, and I'm still holding on to a little bit of weight in this section, like my rib section. Like I said, those still need to come in, and I still need to lose like my love handles. That would be out in this dress, so it's a give and a take if I'm gonna feel comfortable in this. I definitely want to make it work because it is a really pretty dress. Again, the midi maxi length. It has like cuts on the side to make it super flowy. All of these dresses I got in a size medium, so those dresses I've bought with my new body in mind, and I definitely think that they flatter the area that I feel most uncomfortable with, which is my belly. But moving on, I did pick up 2 pairs of shoes, 2 cute little pairs of sandals. They look very similar, but one is more platform, the other one is more just like normal sandal height. I really like this like design on the front, and I really like the colors of these ones. Green and pink go so cute together, and green is my favorite color. This is like a really nice taupey coffee color, and I felt like either pair of these would go with any of those dresses. So I really liked these, and I do like how one's more platform, one's more casual and flat. I wanted some options, so I got these shoes to go with all of my dresses for my vacation. A lot of my stuff is still in storage, and I honestly did not want to have to dig through and find all of my shoes in storage. So getting new shoes takes that out of the equation, and then also gives me some new shoes to style with the new dresses that I got. And then the last things that I picked up are just some new sunglasses. I got a 3-pack. And they all are the same like style frame, but they come with different colors. So there's these ones that are black with like an amber frame, and then I have like the brown tortoise with the amber frame, and then black with a black frame. They're all the same like style and cut, if that makes sense, but just different colors. And again, something fun to style with my new dresses for our little family vacation. A lot of the bathing suits that I'm bringing for this family vacation, I don't know if it's going to be super cold and beach/swimming weather, but I will link a haul that I did from Shein where I picked up some bathing suits for this past summer that I did not get into because I didn't go to a pool or a beach freshly postpartum with my baby. But all of those I did get in a size large, and they are, most of them are 1-pieces, so I know that those will be like will fit my body and will help me feel confident and comfortable in. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you to Shein for sponsoring. I hope you guys, if you resonate with anything that I have said, let's chat in the comment section down below. Moral of the story for this video is that your body changes, not only as a woman and as you grow in age, but postpartum. And sometimes postpartum healing, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I know I'm in the long haul here, and I'm only 6 months postpartum, and there's definitely a lot of time to either learn to love my new body if there are certain things that don't go back to the way they were pre-pregnancy, and I have time to help and change those things. Obviously dieting and exercising help, and I'm just here to normalize postpartum experiences and postpartum bodies. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I will have that code that you guys can search for the Shein holiday sale, live links and product names, and my coupon code all in the description box down below. I highly recommend searching through that code and using my coupon to get up to 90% off Shein products for their big holiday sale. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.